Hi everybody, I'd like to welcome you to this beautiful lake of Annecy. I'm Sylvain Legendre, product manager for Berkley Baits and Sebil. I will first take you through all the new products for the coming season in Gulp, Gulp Alive, Power Bait and a complete new series of non-scent. Then we switch to Sebil. Let's start with Berkley. The first product I'd like to introduce is what we call Gulp Alive Swimming Eel. You know, we had a good success with the regular eel in 8-inch. I wanted to introduce something even more exciting, more efficient. So I designed two different sizes eels, starting with a 6-inch one, which is like that. You see, so it's a thin eel that you can use for sea bass mainly, but also for pollock, of course, on some freshwater species such as zander. This is the swimming eel 4 inches with a kind of bent tail that gives an incredible swimming action. The other size is a big one. This is the 8-inch, even more powerful, more scent release, more vibes. So it's clearly a lure dedicated to big fish. Big sea bass, big pollock, but also catfish and zander. Another great product I'd like to introduce is the Gulp Alive Soft Pellet. So it's made of Gulp Alive material for trout fishing. You will have 2 flavors, halibut and garlic, and 3 colors, natural, white and chartreuse. So it means you have a complete assortment for put and take lakes, bombard style or float style, with this kind of soft pellets that will release a lot of scent in the water. So they are very, very attractive for this kind of fish, for which pellet is kind of natural food. So you have a perfect material for that and a perfect catch rate as well. Let's continue with trout fishing, but switch to power bait now. This is what we call the mice tail, combination between a round head, floating one, just to get a perfect presentation in the water, and a worm tail to get some small vibes. So we have a nice contrast each time between the head and the tails. We have white tails, pink heads, we have yellow tails, orange heads, we have pink body, white head, orange body, white head, red body, brown head, and to finish, orange body with chartreuse head. Power bait mice tail. We follow up with these little boys. You will think it's a lot of small lures this year, but it's part of fishing as well. It's very trendy for rock fishing, for street fishing. So here is the small 2 inches ripple shad. This is a nice story because we launched first ripple 5 years ago. Then it's been a success as well in the US, and now this is coming from the US side. And we will sell it, of course, because it perfectly fit our techniques and our spaces in Europe. So this is a 2 inches ripple shad to be used on very small jig heads, to be used behind a bombard, to be used on a drop shot rig. So you will have 6 exciting colors, starting with a glow with chartreuse tail, a pearl white, a black and gold, a rainbow, smelt, and fire tiger. So, in a few words, all colors to match all conditions for both perch and trout, for rockfish, and all the small species that bite on small lures. 2 inches ripple shad. I'd like to present you now the part 2 of a success story. We launched last year the drop shot minnows in 3 and 4.5 inches, which were very successful for drop shotting, but also for vertical style, for jigged. So we now introduce a 2 inches drop shot minnow for all finesse technique, all small fish, for perch, for trout, for chub, for all rockfish, just to stick with on the trendy techniques such as rock fishing or street fishing. So this is a really little tiny bait that is really realistic in the water. It has 3D eyes, a mirror sheet inside for more flash. It has a V-tail, micro sparkles on the back, so it's really lifelike. This is a 2 inches drop shot minnow. You want bigger lures? You want lures for men? I have that. We have a new size of power bait split belly. We have a 6 inches. So it's a large lure to be used for pike, of course, for large zander, but also for saltwater applications. So we keep the same features, the 3D eyes, a large paddle tail, a split belly that will collapse when the fish bite, so better hook setting actually. So it has all the advantages of split belly, but a larger size to target big fish. This is a 6-inch split belly. This is the big thing. This is a complete new family within the Berkley assortment, something we have never done because we always worked around attractant, with power bait, with gulp and gulp alive, but now we are about entering a complete new market, let's say a volume market with non-scent. Non-scent doesn't mean cheap. Non-scent means really skilled design shapes, effective shapes, proven shapes with the best color we can do. So it's a complete family. With a grub, with a round shad for linear fishing, with a flat shad for pike fishing. So we'll cover most of the situation about fishing in Europe. So this is the complete family with 3 sizes of grubs. You see this is a, let's say, a bulky body grub with a large tail to get nice vibes in the water. You have the small one, you have a medium one, you have a big one. So you can cover trout fishing, perch fishing, zander, pike with this grub. You will have 8 colors for each shape. All colors are laminated from top to bottom, and all colors are glittered for more flash in the water and better effect, for lifelike action and motion. Then you have we can say a round profile with flat top shad, with a small narrow part in the middle of it for easier swimming action at low speed. Same thing, 8 colors, 3 sizes. A really small one to target mainly perch, zander. You have a medium-sized one, always with the flat top. Similar design, but large size for mainly for zander. Then you have a large one, much more for pike fishing. You have a consistent bait, heavy vibes, and easy penetration in the water due to this special round profile. Then you have what we call pike shad, but that can be used also for cod, for example, with 3 sizes. You have the small one, a medium one, and a large one, a really large one. What is different from the previous shad? It has a compact and flat body, so it goes easily in the water, and it's much more about silhouette fishing, because pike will target a certain bait fish with a big size, but you don't need to get such a round on such a big bait hard to cast. This will be easy to cast and mainly easy to retrieve without too much pulling force in the rod. So these 3 shads of 3 shapes and 3 sizes of shad will be perfect for pike fishing, but also for zander fishing for vertical, because we keep a soft material in a way that will allow our baits to swim even at low speed. That is a big thing about this Flex series. This will be sold in bulk, so carton box, same price, all boxes, different count inside, and you will get a fantastic display with nice pictures on it, just ready to sell in the shop. New concept, and we will stick to this market, volume market, where guys will pick up one shape like that, one color like that. So this is really the big introduction within the Berkley range for 2013. This is our big hit. This is Flex. Now we switch to Sebil, innovative fishing, and we start with the soft bait part, and first the Haiti worm. It's available in 3 sizes, 5, 6 and 7 inches, and this is not a worm like the other, because you have a lot of innovative features in this worm that allow you to use many rigs, I mean different styles. So it's not only a bass bait, it's a worm. With this worm you can target zander, you can target pike, and I will tell you how to use it, because you have a lot of canals inside the bait to rig it your style. You have several slots on the belly, so you can use a regular Texas hook in it, so it's even delivered with its Texas hook. So this is the basis. But you can also make a complete stinger in it, because it's hollow. I mean, all the body is hollow, so you can add a small treble hook close to the tail and use it for vertical fishing, for example. You can use a regular jig head and use it when the water is flowing for zander. You can use, let's say, a kind of drop shot rig as well, but also with a stinger. So you have many applications for this worm. It floats in the water, so you have always a perfect presentation, and you'll have also a sinking version, of course. But it's not a worm. It's not just a worm. It's a Sebil worm, so it's an innovative worm with tons of special features. It's available as well in many different colors, so you get a wide choice to fit your technique. The second soft bait I want to talk about is the stick shad hollow. So you see it's the same shape as the regular stick shad, as the hard bait with the power keel in it, and it's just a soft bait hollow. So you can use a Texas rig and it will collapse, but you can also make some different rigs. You can, for example, and this is really a good tip, you can add a blade on the tail together with a jig head on the nose, and then you have a fantastic bait to cover a lot of water, and which is very appealing for pike fishing. So this is one of the rigs you can use with this stick shad hollow, also available in several colors. The stick shad hollow is available with a Texas hook together with a soft weight system. So you can set the weight on your Texas hook and get the action you want. Talking about new product, I'd like to introduce this little spoon, which is called shallow spoon. It's actually a record breaker in terms of distance. If you use it with a 0.10 fireline or nanofil, you will reach an incredible distance. So this is very useful to reach some fish very far from the bank. For example, in saltwater, some predator fish that are chasing some prey close to the surface, far from the rocks, from the bank. So this is really deadly for that. And another application, because you see it has a weedless feature on the hook, so you can use it in the middle of the weed, of the lily pads, and I mean the most snaggy place you will go through with this shallow spoon without snagging. So this is really interesting for perch fishing, pike fishing, and all the other applications when you need distance. So it's really compact, but it's really effective. This is the shallow spoon. We follow up with a completely different product, different application. It's a jig, a metal jig that will be available in 84, 120 and 180 grams, which is the perfect weapon for speed jigging. So all exotic features, patterns, you can use it. It has a special S shape, very little oscillation on it, to give a better action in the water, but it doesn't pull that much in the rod. It's equipped with a very high-end assist hook and a good split ring. So watch your finger and be ready to strike. Again, a new size. It's a really small popper. You know, this is the small splasher, 52 millimeters. It's like his big brother. It's compact, so easy to cast, easy to swim, but be careful, it's a noise maker. It means you can grab interest from deep fish only with the noise it makes. So it's a popper that you can also make sliding, like a walking the dog action for perch fishing. So this is really interesting. This will complete the offer from 52 to 100 plus. So from really little fish, perch, chub to GT. Last but not least, addition again in the spinnerbait family. We only used to have the trophy model, 38 grams. Now we come with two new models, 14 and 21 grams, which will cover all the application of spinnerbait fishing. It has almost the same features as the trophy one. It has a small plastic piece just to allow you to use a snap without seeing it sliding along the arm. It has specially made blades just to remind the body shape. It has the articulation between the blade and the arm and between the main arm and the rest of the spinnerbait, so it has a good falling action, still turn during the fall. It has also the wide gap hook. It has the tied skirt, so it resists to pike attacks. So this is really an innovative spinnerbait that is designed to fish our European waters and European species. This is not truly a bass spinnerbait the one you used to see in the shops, both in the US and sold in Europe. This is really a really good spinnerbait for our techniques, our lakes. Thank you for your attention. I hope you enjoyed this small presentation, video presentation.